What's going on, everyone? Dude, this is such a funny story. I don't know if it's funny or serious or what. I'll let you guys decide. But pretty much what's going on is there's a lawsuit for Apple, it's against Apple, whatever. And people are claiming that Apple lied about the screen of the iPhone 10. Now, to give you some more context, okay? First of all, shout out to CNET for the article, whatever. So the lawsuit says that they lied about the screen size and they also lied about the pixel count as well. So if you look in the specs of most places where the iPhone 10 is listed, it states that it has a 5.8 inch screen. But the plaintiffs, I don't know who's going out there doing this stuff, but they measured that the screen was only 5.6875 inches. And apparently the reason that is because they didn't include the notch, or they did include the notch in some cases. Whatever the case is, basically the notch was causing the issue here. And in this lawsuit, it actually states that the iPhone 8 Plus has a higher quality screen than the iPhone 10 because the iPhone 10 only has 2 subpixels per pixel, which is less than advertised, okay? Then they kind of go on further to explain a little bit more. Now, I'll tell you this, okay? In response to the iPhone 8 Plus having a better screen, I can tell you right now, the iPhone 8 Plus does not have a better screen. Now, it could mostly be because, let's say the subpixel, whatever the pixel count was actually higher on the iPhone 8 Plus. Just because the iPhone 10 has an OLED screen, I think that just makes it 100,000 times better than an IPS panel. And that's why I would still prefer an iPhone 8 Plus panel over an iPhone 10 panel. So that kind of settles that argument, okay? Now, going one step further, okay, there's 2 ways this lawsuit could happen. First of all, I don't even think it's going to go that much further. I think it's just going to get dropped, honestly. But here's the thing, okay? So either the screen is not as advertised or it is as advertised. So I'll tell you like this. If the screen is as advertised, there's not going to be much backlash at all, okay? It's like they're actually going to get praised, thank you for telling the specs correctly, things like that. But if for some reason this article is actually factual, and I'm a lyrical genius, I'm just kidding, but if the article is actually real and the lawsuit is real and has some merit to it, that could be a pretty big detrimental thing for Apple because look, like I said, I don't know how they're measuring the screen. I think they stated they get 5.8 inches if they measure with the notch, but without the notch, it's not. It's the 5.6 whatever. Now, if that's the case, I don't know how I would feel. I'd feel kind of, weird about it. Like, why wouldn't you not just say it's a 5.7 inch screen, even that? Why would you go up to a 5.8 inch screen? But the worst thing is that if this panel is actually worse than the iPhone 8 Plus on paper, then that's not going to be a good thing either because then Apple's kind of spreading this narrative that, oh, the iPhone 10 screen is so much better than the iPhone 8 Plus and it has a higher resolution, this and that. Now, it could still be, and it probably is. I think the iPhone 10 panel is better than the iPhone 8 Plus in real life usage, but if it's different on paper and if the specs don't match up with the screen itself, then that's kind of an issue. And I don't know. Like I said, this lawsuit kind of seems like, there's a lot of moving parts in it, It's stating that the screen isn't accurate, the screen pixels aren't accurate, and it's saying the predecessor, or not even the predecessor, but the phone, the cheaper model of this phone that was released that year has more expensive parts on it that wasn't as advertised. So I guess we'll just kind of see what happens, but this is kind of interesting. This is basically just the beginning of this lawsuit. We'll kind of see what transpires from here, but I'm actually kind of interested to see. It's interesting that they threw the iPhone 8 Plus in there too, because I wasn't expecting. I thought it was just the iPhone 10 thing, but the iPhone 8 Plus, I guess, is in the lawsuit now too. So I guess we'll just see what kind of happens, but I'll tell you like this. I personally don't think Apple lied. I think there might have been some difference in the measurements that the plaintiffs measured, but I guess we'll just see. I'm not saying anyone's true or anyone's lying, but if I had to pick a side, I would probably pick Apple's side. And I usually don't even pick Apple's side, so I guess we'll just kind of have to see what happens. But that's pretty much it. If you guys have any questions or anything like that, leave it down in the comments section below. Hit that like button, that'll mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. I'm still giving away another iPhone SE. So I gave this one away yesterday. The person told me to sign it, so the resale value went down a little bit. But I'm still giving another one of these away December 28th. If you want to enter, go click the first link in the description and go watch that video. It'll explain how to enter. It's completely free. You just have to follow me on a couple places, so just go watch that and it'll explain how to enter. Check out the other links down there too, my Instagram, my Twitter, my second channel. I would really appreciate if you guys could go subscribe to those and follow those, whatever. But more importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out, Dylan.